What is up? Eh, What is up? So guys, can you see it now? Can you see the text? Is this a lot better? Please let me know in the chat. I'm a start. So for those of you that are confused, I started reading the 86 light novel series. And this is I never really read light novels. This is my first time getting into it. But yeah, I wanted to do something which is a read along where I read with you guys. We read together. I'm gonna do my best. I will make sure I do the best, and if you guys have anything like I misread or it don't look right, please let me know. And yeah, other than that though, I'm just gonna get back to reading. Oh shit, shook the camera. I was reading earlier, but the problem is I didn't get that far though. Don't worry, we're only really 11 pages in, so it wasn't really that far in. But the reason why it didn't work out last time is because it was all blurry, but I feel like I got a setting that works, and it's better now. I changed the layout. I just put it this way, that way you guys can see this text and I can see it too. So yeah, so what's gonna happen is because this is what I start to notice. I can't really read properly unless I follow with my finger. That's just, I gotta stop hitting them. I have to stop hitting the camera. But yeah, so I'm gonna be reading along with my finger. You guys read along with me, okay? You can read along or you can just choose to listen, whatever you want. If I have any mispronunciations or anything you can help me with, I'd appreciate that. But anyway, oh, what up, Cody? Yeah, I can see it perfectly. Can you see it fine? Is there no issue? Anyway, I'm gonna stop from the very top. Of color, chlorata were welcome equally. Bullshit. Be they the dark as night, equalia, the gold orata, who shun like the sun. The rebella with their brilliant crimson hair. Sorry. Crimson hair. Or the blue-eyed Tiarulia. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But right now, if one was scorn the country's main street, no, even the city, it's entirely, all one would find in the Republic's 85 and Minderstrip sectors would be silver-haired, silver-eyed Alba. Yes, formally speaking, there were no soldiers considered human or counted among the dead on the battlefield. However, that's not to say no died. Your voice, your mic's acting up. Lots of disturbance. Really, it is. Hold up, give me 1 second. I can do it while I'm on stream. Also, yeah, you're right that most of the Alba are irredeemable assholes. There's a few good eggs like Lena and her dead father or that uncle. Anyway. Maybe use the compressor real quick. Noise gate. Is it still sound too noisy, or does it still sound like buggy? Please let me know. I'll do my best. I'll fix the mic. The mic issue is not a problem. The mic can be fixed. The mic can be fixed. But again, please let me know if it sounds better or if it sounds worse. I could change the mic settings too. I haven't done that, but I'm gonna keep on reading. Again, please let me know if the mic is still kind of buggy, or if it's somewhat better. Try tilting it. God, jeez, stop hitting the camera, dummy. Anyway. Yeah, it's still acting up. It still is? Hold up. Like, what does it sound like? If you can describe it. Okay, I'll do it like that. Oh, it stopped. It stopped? Oh, I think I know what it was. I think it's because the mic was tilted. I think because the mic was tilted. Is it still there? Please let me know. It's probably because the mic was tilted, because I had the mic tilted back slightly, and that's probably where the interference came from. Like, kind of a constant crackling noise, I guess. Is it still doing that? Is it still making that weird noise? Please let me know. But yeah, if the noise is fixed and it's no longer a problem, I'm just going to continue reading. Okay? I probably should add like a background noise. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna add some background noise just to have like a good background. Uh, I can see it clearly. Still 7 despite all that. Still clear. It's gone now. Oh, it is? Is it still 720? Okay, then. If that's the case, oh, shoot. I forgot to change that. I'll do it next time. Don't worry. The next stream, I will adjust it to be more 1080, okay? I promise. I promise. I'll torque it slightly, and then I'll be able to get it to 1080, okay? Promise. But it's gone? Okay, okay. I'll continue. But the main point that I really wanted to fix was, can you guys see the text perfectly? Can you guys see like the text and everything you see regarding the text perfectly clear? Can you see it? No blurriness or nothing? Anyway, I'm not trying to flip you off, by the way. Whatchamacallit? Okay. One corner of the palace, Bali... I don't know how to pronounce it. If someone can help me with this. Again, also, this is a good way for you guys to help me with my vocabulary so you can teach me. Once home to the royal court in days. Past now served as the military luxurious headquarters. I can see the text clearly. Good. Good, good, good. This place and the fortification wall that encircled the administrative sector. The Grand Muir was Lena's destination and the center of command for the entirety of the Republic's military. There were no soldiers outside the Grand Moor on the front lines. 100 kilometers away from the fortress walls, only drones, juggernauts, fought the battlefield, and they were commanded from both control rooms and in military headquarters. Their line of defense, which consisted over 100,000 juggernauts and with anti-personnel, anti-tank minefields at their back and surface to surface. That up. I don't think even I can help with that one. Blan Sige as siege. Oh, Bland Siege. Bland Siege? Thank you, Blazing Flame. I feel like you're my teacher sometimes. Anyway. Ah, shit. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I lost my... Fudge! Oh, there we go. Right there. Interception artillery cannon and had never been breached. And of course, the forces stationed at the Grand Muir had never seen live combat. Other professions in the military included communications, transport, and analysts, tactical planning, and assorted bureaucracy, or however you say it. Nige, I mean. Niege, Blanage? Is that how you say it? In other words, not not a single soldier in the Republic military had ever known true combat. Lena frowned, catching the conspicuous stench of alcohol coming from a group of officers that passed her by. They had probably used the control room's large screen to watch sports or something again, as she aimed in reproachful look at them. Her gaze was met with sneering eyes. Gentlemen, it looks like our little doll-loving princess has something to say. A little shit. Blanche Sneege. Oh yeah, and looked into it. Between the streams and volume covers are a bit more than the episode saw, and the rest of the episodes in season 1 cover all the volumes of 2 and 3. D is silent. Blaneege. Is that how you say it? Blaneege? Thank you. Let me move this mouse away. Sorry. Sorry, wait. There we go. Okay. I'll do it like this. There we go. Whoa. Scary. She's better off shutting herself in her room and playing with her precious drones. She wheeled around to look at them, unable to contain her irritation. Listen, you. Morning, Lena. A voice called out to her from the side, and she turned to find Annette? Is that how you say it? Who had joined the army the same year she had. Greeting her. She was a technical lieutenant affiliated with the lab division of a friend of Lena's since secondary school. As she had both skipped a grade, she was currently Lena's only friend who was the same age. Good morning, Annette. You're certainly here early. Don't you usually oversleep? I'm on my way back from work. Pulled an all-nighter yesterday. Please, don't lump me together with those idiots, okay? You know I'm a workaholic, an issue that could only be solved by certified genius. Technical Lieutenant Herita Penrose popped up. Don't pronounce the second E in Annette. Annette? So is it Annette? Is it Annette? Annette gave a long cat-like yawn. Her short hair was an alba silver, and her large hanging eyes were similar silvery hue. E is silent. Thank you, Blazing Flame. Penthouse. Where are we? I think I lost my where. Oh wait, I remember. Silvery hue. Annette shrugged, sparing a glance in the direction of the group of drunkards that had retreated during the pair's exchange, as if to say that trying to discipline idiots like them was a waste of time. Lena blushed, realizing from the look is her friend's elegant eyes that she was trying to stop from doing just that. Oh right, the alert on your information terminal was on. Yes, should probably take care of that. Oh no, sorry. Thanks, Annette. Don't mention it. Just try not to get too caught up with the drama. With the drones, I'm sorry, okay? Lena turned on her heel, a frown on her face, and after shaking her head once, she made her way to her designated command room. The command room was small, half filled by artificial mechanical command console, and it was otherwise dark, chilly, and cold space. The silvery walls and floor were dimly lit by the console's standby mode hologram. Huh. So guys, I know you said like it's fine to listen and all. I trust me, I get it. But doesn't this feel better, like more personal? Is this better to read like when it comes to a light novel because of how engaging it is? Um would you say this is better because of how much personal, how much more interactive it is? It's almost like I'm actually trying to read a story is what I'm trying to go for. Hopefully it gives off that feel. You said you bought bookmarks, right? Could you use those to keep track of the lines here? Oh, yes, I did. Oh my god, I gotta stop doing that. Again, I'm sorry. I really gotta stop doing that. Okay. Look at the bookmark. I bought this. Isn't it cute? I don't know. I saw it and I had to have it. But you're right. I should do that. Thank you. Actually, yeah, this is much, much better. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. Thank you. It's better than last stream. Thank you. Much appreciated. But what I meant to say is this better than just reading like just randomly off like a random site online. Okay, but anyway, let's try it this one. Taking a seat from the armchair, Lena shifted her urgent looks aside and placed a repellent metal ring, the raid device around her neck, with a cold, dignified gaze. Now that the battlefronts were far beyond the walls of the Grand Mur, this cramped room was the sole battlefield one could find in the Republic's 85 sectors. Commence authentication. Major Vladilena Melis, commanding control officer for the Eastern Front, 9th Ward, 3rd Defense Squadron. Yeah, it's definitely nice. Appreciate it. Squadron. Having completed its retinal and voice authentication, the control system turned on. Holographic screens flickered on one after another. Resplendent, attractive, and impressive through being richly colorful. Thank you. I was what like I saw. I'll be honest with you. I saw the word. I don't know what the fuck that meant. I'll be honest. I did not know what the hell that word even meant. I'm like, what does that even mean? But I get it now. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. Okay, really. I gotta stop hitting the camera. Goddamn. I like it when you're reading at the same time. It'll improve your vocabulary for your reading skills. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I was motivated to do the light novel thing, because I realized that this could improve my vocabulary skills, my pronunciation skills, and it also gives me more knowledge. Thank Google. Google's your best friend. They say it all the time. More proof of that here. Okay, let's see. System turned on. Hologram screens flicker one after another, displaying a dizzy amount of information from countless pieces of observation equipment set across the distant battlefield. The main screen was a digital map that displayed the Republic's and the enemy's mobile weapons. Okay. Mobile weapons as blimps. The friendly units, in other words, the juggernauts, were displayed as blue blimps, numbering 70. The 3rd Squadron was under Lena's command, had 24 units, while the 2nd and 4th Squadron had 23 each. The red blimps that symbolized the enemy. enemy units. The Legion were far too many to count. Activate Pararade. Set Renaissance target. Information processing. Is blimps, not blimp. Blips. 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 Did I say it correctly? Blips. Like that? Blips. Use Pleiades. Use Pleiades. Pleiades? Pleiades? Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. The blue crystal portion of the raid device, which was set against the nape of Lena's neck, suddenly pickled with heat. It wasn't actual physical heat, but an illusionary heat felt by her nerve cells as they were stimulated by the sensory renaissance that activated the pseudo nerve cell crystal. So basically, she's going in her room, she's activating the device and taking command. And I'm guessing this is where everyone within 86 is gonna start registering. This is gonna start hearing, "Hey, you got it." I did? Okay, okay, whew. Alright, whew. Again, the last thing I want to get called out is dumb. Anyway. Pseudo nerve cell crystal served as an information processing unit and stimulated a certain part of the brain. Perhaps that part held potential to be unlocked by humanity's evolution. Well, if you really think about it, guys, we haven't even tapped into... Well, we've only ever tapped 10% of the human brain. If you know, humanity has only ever tapped 10% of the human brain when we still have so much potential going up in here. But am I the only one who can no longer hear the word nape without thinking Attack on Titan? I'll be honest with you, I thought the same thing. I just didn't want to downright say it. Blip as in sound like submarine sonar. Blip. Blip. Like that? Blip. Like a sonar. I know what you're talking about, right? Right. Like that. I just don't know how to pronounce it properly, if that's what I'm trying to say. Evolution, or perhaps it was an unused section left behind and forgotten. By humanity as it evolved ages ago. Wherever the case, using it unlocked a deep nigh vestigial, not sure if that's how you say it, vestigial function of the brain known as Nighthead. Lena passed through a path diving into a place far deeper than her consciousness and even her own subconsciousness, the collective unconsciousness of humanity shared by every member of the human race. Lena linked her consciousness with the 3rd Squadron captain, the processor operating operating named unit Pleiades via the sea of the unconscious. Pleiades and Lena's sensory information was linked and shared. Oh, okay. Oh, we have a visual. Wait. Hold up. I want to show this. Oh, I love the art. When the art does show up, you really can appreciate it. It's a nice art, no? Ah, sorry. Again, I'm still getting used to this. Hey. Handler 1 to Pleiades. Renaissance complete. I look forward to working with you today, she said gently, and the voice of a young man, presumably a year or two older than she was, replied. Pleiades to Handler 1. Renaissance is loud and clear. The voice was laced with irony. Lena was all alone in the command room, so it wasn't the someone else with her. It wasn't So it wasn't the someone else with her. It was the voice of Palladi's processor being transmitted to her through her now shared sense of hearing a voice. Yeah, light novel art pages are great because they don't have to do many picks, so can really focus on the ones they do. True, because they don't have to do a whole lot of images. It's easier to just focus or put a lot of concentration on a single image. Having been built in a hurry during wartime, juggernauts weren't constructed to be able to communicate orally. They weren't programmed to have advanced cognitive abilities that would allow them to think or feel. The para-raid sensory renaissance linked consciousness via the human collective unconsciousness. The defense line's minefield. Despite the enemy using armored units was set within anti-personnel mines. The secret behind the front lines where drones fought one another. A battlefield with zero casualties. Yeah, full of shit. You have the zero casualties, but other than the, I guess we don't count. I guess we don't count the people that don't have silver hair, huh? The people that don't count of having silver hair don't count as casualties. Yo, these album motherfuckers, man. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the one thing I'm definitely looking forward to is seeing what parts of the series I haven't caught up to yet. And I'm guessing the light novel is actually vastly more far ahead than the actual anime, or not sure if there's a manga. But this does make it a lot more in depth. Like you get to I will say this. The one thing I do like about what I'm reading is that they go in depth of how they feel and what's their expression within the given moment. Again, usually I have pictures to help depict that, but I guess this is a nice change of pace. And I do like, I'm not gonna lie to you, me personally, I am overall enjoying the read. So, trust me, I am having a nice time with this. They're throwing consciousness and unconsciousness around more than even Persona. Truth. The polite greetings to use a subhuman 86 are much appreciated, Alba. Did they call her by what she is, not who she is? 86 as the continent was being swept over by the Legion. The last remaining paradise for the Republican citizens was the 85. The 86 sectors was designed as a no man's land. Isn't that the name of a game too? Anime covered volumes 1 through 3. Amazon had up to 11. Oh, wow. So we got quite a bit. We have quite a bit to go through. Nice. And how much is actually out beyond Amazon, out of curiosity? Let's see. Paradise Civilian 86 sectors designed no man's land. Populated by pigs in human form, despite being born citizens of Republic. Citizens of the Republic. They were decreed to be subhuman, inferior life forms by the Republic. It was Gattori, not sure how to pronounce that name, for those Chlorata cast outside Grandmere to live in internment camps on the front lines. Oh, okay, there's still some more. 9 years earlier, year 358, or 358, or 358, however you want to go for it, of the Republican calendar, year 2136 of the global calendar. Republic's eastern neighbor and superpower of northern continent. The Empire of Giad declared war on all its neighboring neighboring countries. Their OG Dare o Tore. Dare og Jesus Christ, that's hard. Dare og Tore. Dare og Tore. Dare og Tore. Again, not sure if I pronounced it. Basically, a slur against someone. That sounds horrible. No man land is a term also used in history, a history lesson. It basically means nobody owned the land yet. Well, the name speaks for itself, I guess you could say. Countries began attacking with Army of World's first completely anonymous unmanned combat drone, Legion. Faced with the Empire's overwhelming military strength, the Republic armed forces were decimated within half a month, as what was left, an army of the gathered remaining forces stalled the invasion via hopeless delay tactic. The Republic's government made two decisions. The first was the evacuation of the Republic's citizens to the 85th administrative sector. The second was presidential order number 6609, the Special Wartime Peace Preservation Act. This law acknowledged all persons collateral dare, you know, like I dare you to do. Oh, gotcha. I don't know why I said dare. Man, I watch too much anime. That you can already tell. Edge persons collateral descendant within the borders of the Republic. As inimical characters and supporters of the Empire, and allowed stripping of the citizens' rights. They were designed as targets of monitoring and isolating internment camps outside 86 sectors. This act was, of course, in violation of Republic's constitution and the spirit of five-hued flag. The law also did not include Alba, who formerly lived in the Empire. Neither did it spare Colorado, who were not originally from the Empire. It was policy, blatant racism, discrimination. Yeah, no kidding. The collateral were opposed to the law, of course, but their opposition was silenced by violence of the hands of the government. Some Alba, however, few also cried out against the law, but the majority accepted it. The 85 sectors were far too small, accommodated to sheer number of civilians, and there was nowhere near enough food, land, or labor for everyone. False rumors spread that the Republic's defeat in the war came as a result for collateral spying. Those rumors were far easier for the civilians. Inimical, tending to obstruct or harm, basically calling anyone who isn't an Alba either a rebel or a terrorist. Colorado. Almost sounds like Colorado. Something like that. Huh. Oh, wow. These big terms. To accept them coming to terms with their country's technological inferiority. But more than anything, in a situation where they were surrounded and isolated by enemies, they needed something similar, someone to take their frustrations out on. This justification by way of eugenics spread quickly. Among the populace, the Alba, who found the country that stood as the foremost advocate of democracy, the greatest and most humane of all. Yeah, right. Shut up. You, my God, these guys are so full of themselves. Forms government were the superior. Oh my God, did they say superior race? By the contrast, the Colorado, with their outdated, cruel, inhumane imperialism, were inferior. Species, barbaric, foolish, subhuman pigs in human form, and the result of an evolutionary blunder. Wow. So we're basically anything that isn't an Alba is considered defective, considered a human form that ceased any further evolution. They just either stagnated, stayed the same, or they're basically considered downright inferior, lower humans, imperfect humans, blundered humans. Exactly sound like Colorado. Ah yes, Alba's great democracy. Your voice will always be heard as long as you're someone that matters, aka us. A bunch of douchebags is what I call them. Bro, they really actually said that. They really called anyone that isn't an Alba a evolutionary blunder. Yo, what the hell, man? That's some racist stuff. That, would you say this is considered racist? Please confirm. I'm pretty sure that's considered racist. God damn, dude. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know why, but is it me? But is reading them making them feel more scummier than usual? Like they were a scummy lot, right? Alba. We already kind of had that interpretation. Like from what I initially read, not read, but I initially watched in the anime. By the way, regarding the anime, I've only read a couple episodes, right? I'm not sure if you guys remember, for those that do remember my anime reactions to 86. I never finished the first part of the season, or the second. But I think I read like a decent amount. And we thought Gilgamesh had an ego. Gilgamesh still has a massive fucking ego. F Gilgamesh, bro. It is quite literally the textbook definition of racism. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that's some hardcore racism right there. Okay. Thus, all Colorado in the Republic were banished to internment camps. You've watched up to 9 episodes. Oh, so that's getting close to the first part. Like, the first part done, isn't it? I read a decent amount. Where they were forced into labor and conscripted for the sake of constructing Grandmore. So they were basically slaves. The 86 or anyone that was non-Alba were slaves. It sounds like this takes place from America from 1800 when they brought the African to a... Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Slaves and internment camps. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was... Yeah, that's a very delicate topic, and that's really messed up. I remember seeing a lot of movies, reading... not a lot, but like, you know, because of school requirements, I remember going through all that. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, it basically sounds like that when you think about it, and it does not help. It does not help that the Alba are silver-haired douchebags. They're silver-haired. They basically look completely white. I'm just saying, not trying to say a slur or trying to say any statement, but pretty much they came off as all white. And I guess in certain, I'm not sure, isn't like seeing something as pure white considered pure, so to speak? Gilgamesh at least saw value in every single one of his subjects, including his slaves, to the point that he felt he could not kill any of them, as any of their deaths would impact his society or impact his luxury. I think he didn't kill them because he realizes he needed them more than they needed him in all reality. Anyway, the properties and belongings were what is this word? Requisition. I can't read that. If someone can help me out with that one. I'll continue though. By the government to fund the construction of the wall and the war effort. The wall and the war effort, and the Alba citizens who were who were spared from construction, labor, and wartime taxes. What? I understand not labor, because these mother truckers are lazy. Wartime taxes? They were spared from that? The war, what the? So the 86 are being labored and taxed. Bro, this is like extremely foul. This is like straight up foul. All praise the government humane myth. The humane methodologic finish basically means taken. I really can't pronounce it, but taken. All right, thank you, Cody. But yo, hey guys, requisition. Is that how you say it? Requisition. By the way, guys, all hail Alba and praise their government humane methodology. Oh. This is humane? This is good? How is this good? This is bullshit. Oh my god, dude, these people are so fucked up. Here's the thing. I'm not sure if they're blind or if they know what they're doing is wrong, but they're gonna pass it off as humane. They must be some kind of blind to say these things and think this is considered humane. Can you? The Alba mocked the Colorado as a lesser species, calling them the 86. This discriminatory approach ultimately manifested 2 years later with the introduction of drones manned by living soldiers. And all those soldiers were the 86, despite pouring all their efforts into producing Republic-made unmanned drones. No attempt to ever achieve the level of where it could withstand live combat, but there was no way the superior Alba could admit to failing to produce such a machine when the inferior Empire could. This is propaganda, dead ass propaganda. The author knew what they were doing. This is literally propaganda. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Blazing Flame. The way how, here's the thing, these Alba, they're really trying to make themselves off as these perfected humans or real humans, despite the fact that the 86, I really hate using that term, but the 86, they have more real life skills, practicalities. They know the value of effort, and I'm pretty sure not a single Alba has ever sweat once. They go through sweat and tears and gain real life combat. They're out there on the front lines all the time, and despite all their efforts, despite everything that happens, they will never be considered humans. They're considered subhumans. Not to say the people have no blame, but most of the blame goes to the people who started this mindset in the country. The current generation were likely just taught to think this way, so it seems natural to them. True, but they have to, like, as a human, you have to have some sense of right and wrong, do you not? Like, just because you were born into something where it's considered natural to discriminate, to look down on, to see as a lower life form, you have to have some kind of mindset to think like, isn't this wrong? To some level of degree? I don't know. I feel like you have to say, you can't just believe that it's okay to do all this. Okay. Failing machines inferior to human. Oh, interesting text here. Since the 86 were considered human, since the 80 were not considered humans, having one pilot the machine would categorize it not as a mounted craft, but as a unmanned drone. What? So basically, because they were not considered humans, it wasn't considered that it was a mounted craft, but as an unmanned drone. It was made sure it was specified as something that was unmanned, not human, not a person was piloting these juggernauts or these drones. So what? Were the 86 considered? Eesh, man. The Republic militarized autonomous, god damn it, drone known as the Juggernaut, manufactured by Republic Military Industries (RMI), was landed by the civilians upon its release as an innovative, cutting-edge, and humane. I thought they were considered unmanned weapon system that minimized human casualties to zero. The 86 were served as pilots were designed by information processing units, processors, making the Juggernaut an operated drone. The year 367 of the Republic calendar, yet another day dawned when soldiers who were treated as nothing more than mechanical parts. Yeah, they're basically no different than machines at this point. Sorry, just looking at the chat real quick. This story is literally describing America with a different name. It sounds like it, right? With slavery? Do you stream games? Yes, I do. Look in the crap. If someone would be so kind, Blazing Flame or Cody, because I don't think it's in the description of this video. You can check the description, Spectrum. You can check the description of my other videos. It should have my second/gaming channel. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. Yeah, so Spectrum, the link that Cody sent, that's my gaming channel. You can check there. Did you read my comment? I did. The one where it says the story is literally describing America with a different name. Yeah. And I agree with you. I 100% agree. The same reason slavery went on for so long. People were taught. People were taught generation after generation that it was right and natural. You'd be surprised how little people think against things that were raised to that are raised to think. Probably. I mean, for me personally, I see anything that's seen as discrimination, slurring, telling like it's okay to not see them as, I don't know, for me, I would automatically think like that isn't right, man. Okay. Nothing more but parts. Set out to suffer deaths that would not be counted as deaths on the battlefield without casualties. That's why it's considered. Oh, it's zero. Anyone that isn't in combo was considered casualty, even though lives were absolutely destroyed. I wouldn't be surprised if they never even remember that. Confirming the leading of were retreating then I finally the squadron lost 7 units. Exactly, noise is back. Does it still sound distorted? Is it still crackling? I just moved the mic. I think I know why it's like that. I think I know. I just fixed it. Let me know if it's still crackling. Meanwhile, I start adjusting this. Seems fine now. You sure? You don't hear any distortion? Nothing at all? I want to make sure there's no distortion. And don't worry, I apologize for these technical issues. I'll make sure they're fixed in the next stream. By the next stream, it'll be a lot smoother. It's clear now. No noise. Okay, thank you. Again, I apologize, guys. This will be fixed completely. Next time, I will have the video be 1080. I promise. The crackling will be identified also in the next stream. And by the way, is the quality of the mic good? Does the quality sound nice? Does it sound good? Like, is it good quality is what I'm trying to say. As I continue reading. A bitter taste filled her mouth. A bitter taste filled her mouth. Juggernauts detonated, exploding, along with the processors who pilot them. None survived. Music stopped. It did? Give me one question. Give me one moment. There we go. Okay, let's... Actually, let me move this over. Clear as a whistle. Alright, cool. Appreciate you. Okay, along with the processors who pilot them, none survived. Juggernaut, the name the so-called intellectual developers gave to this machine, drawing on the name of a god from a foreign land's mythos. Countless people would gather before this tank in search of salvation and would run over by its wheels and crush to death in its wake. Handler 1 to Pallades. We've confirmed the enemy forces. Enemy forces retreated. Oh, sorry guys, just trying to get a good handle on it. So she communicated this to Pallades' processor, the 86 pilot, who agreed to serve on the field of battle for 5 years in exchange for the restoration of his family's civil rights via para-raid. Okay. Sensory renaissance allowed them to hear each other's voices, as well as sounds of their surroundings. It's truly a groundbreaking means of communication that rendered radio transmission, which was susceptible to interference by distance, weather conditions, and terrain. Not to mention the electromagnetic jamming of the Ian. Fuck, dude. I don't know how. I don't even know how to say that. Jesus Christ. Completely obsolete. Theoretically, all 5 senses could be linked para-raid, but typically users choose to link only their sense of hearing. The amount of data shared by linking eyesight via para-raid was often overwhelming and could result in sensory overload, risking serious damage to the user. Hearing, on the other hand, gave one a solid grasp of the situation on the other side of the minimal data in terms of actual experience. It wasn't different from communication via radio or telephone. but there were comparatively fewer disturbances. Lena believed those weren't the only reasons refusing to link to was the only reason. Refusing to link to eyesight spared the handler from having to see many things. The awe-inspiring sight of the enemy charging toward you. The sight of one's comrades being ruthlessly blown to bits in every direction. The color of viscera and blood spilling from one's own eviscerated body. Eviscerated body? I think that's how you say it. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't read. Etangs. Ian tags lan tags. Ian tags lan tags? That's how you say it? That was the name of the Legion model, I believe. Pretty sure they're all in German. If I do remember correctly, what's the word I'm looking for? 86 did kind of had German words in their names, if I am correct. I think the reason they go so overboard with the Albas scummy nature was to make Lena seem that much better as an Albas who studied strategy to be a general. That is, at least tries to make less 86 die. I'm not gonna lie to you, I will say this, Lena does come off as a saint compared to these scumbags. Like, she's ultimately a saint in my eyes. The 4th Squadron will take over lookout duties. 3rd Squadron, what does it say? 3rd Squadron, please return to base. Acknowledge Pallades. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed watching us pigs squabble through your little telescope handler one. Oh shit. I don't blame them for feeling resentful though. Or I feel like they have a right to give a piece of their mind considering what the 86 go through, and they don't really have much of a choice. This is just their way of living. They're essentially slaves to this very corrupt system. Again, and it's not even by choice. They have to, otherwise, well, they'll die or they'll suffer. The scathing irony that never left his voice from start to finish made Lena look at the floor. She knew they couldn't help but hate her. She was an Alba and one of their oppressors. And just like he said, keeping watch over them was part of her role as a handler. Good job today, Pallades, and to all other units too. And the 7 who were lost. I'm so sorry. A certain coldness, like that of a sword being drawn from its scabbard, mixed into the silence on the other side of the Renaissance. The parade linked only their hearing, but since the Renaissance was conducted via their consciousness, feelings that would normally come across only in face-to-face conversations were also transmitted. Thank you for all the kind words you always offer us, Handler 1. Cold contempt and hatred were sprinkled into those words, but there was something to address that went beyond the kind of obvious hatred and indignation. Again, not sure if you like that. One would feel toward their oppressor. Something that left Lena confused and bewildered. The following morning's news once again spoke how vast the enemy's losses were, how light the damage to the Republic's side was, and how there were, as always, no casualties. The announcer once again praised the Republic's cutting edge and humane tactics on how the enemy's defeat must be close at hand, and so on and so forth. Lena sometimes wondered whether the news was actually recording being broadcast over and over. This was government-sponsored broadcast with an emblem of a sword and scattered chains in the background. Though these stood for the overthrowing of sovereign rule, and the fall of oppression, were the symbol of Saint Mongolia, patron saint of revolution. Yeesh. Indignation. Indignation. Right. Thank you. How much do you remember from the anime besides the basics? Not a whole lot. I only remember that they were sent out to fight the legions because of what they are considered, subhumans. And I do remember Lena did sympathize with the 86, and she tried to convince others of that, but no one took her seriously. That's honestly the most I know about it. I remember a few faces, a few certain characters. I definitely remember Shin. Shin was a very calm, collected, and almost monotone character. In preparation for cessation of hostilities in 2 years' time, the government has decided to gradually reduce the military budget. Really? You do realize if your military force, the 86, don't have the optimal weapons, if they fall, you will fall too. You understand? They are literally carrying their lives, technically. I mean, your lives are technically in their hands. You understand this? If you do not give them the military resources that they need to keep fighting, they will die. And if they die, it won't be long for you to come after. Because I'm willing to bet not a damn one of your freaking officers has ever held a sword, a gun, or even entered a juggernaut. You don't know the horrors of war. So when it does come knocking on your doorstep, you will fall, and everyone you know will too. So I'd recommend giving them as much power as they can get their hands on. Fucking idiots. All right. I'll keep talking about things to stuff you've read from here then. All right, that'd be better, just for the sake of no spoilers. You know what I mean? Even if I should know, it's better just, you know, as a surprise and whatnot. As a prosecutor to that, the 17th Ward of the Southern Front will be abolished, and all forces stationed there dissolved and discharged. Again, if they're gone, you will fall too, I promise you. This country and its people of Alba, they will fall the moment the people of 86 fall. Yet they're trying to cut government budget. It sounds like America goes to Vietnam. Is it? The thing is though, would you say they're a bit more dumb considering that they're trying to cut military budget? If you have a military force that you don't consider humans, if they are what's keeping the enemy and you from ever fighting or from ever you know, having to face terrorism or like a country invasion, why would you not give them as much military resources as possible? Because they're the ones keeping the enemy at bay, while you're here sitting your pretty little ass sipping a cup of tea and just spouting nonsense. They're the reason you live, and yet you don't want to make sure they keep having optimal equipment. Again, that just sounds like a stupid strategy in general. Oh, that was it for this page. Though this is just a news broadcast, so entirely possible they are lying for citizen happiness. You're right. They could just be making a fake story just so people don't get scared. Lena sighed. They probably surrendered the 17th Ward. This certainly wasn't the kind of news they could afford to simply gloss over. Not only had they lost territory, they were giving up on trying to reclaim it and choosing to disarm themselves on top of that. The government had used up to all 86 properties a long time ago, and now voices of the civilians demanding they reduce the vast war budget and disarm in favor of welfare and public works were becoming gradually harder to ignore. Sitting across from her, dressed in an antiquated gown, Lena's mother opened her perfectly rugged lips to speak. What's the matter, Lena? Put away your troubles and have something to eat. The dining room table was set with breakfast, but the majority of it was factory-made synthetic food, having lost half of its land. Half its land, the Republic was running out of space as its population increased by 80%, with the exception of the 86 and the 85 sectors didn't have the farmland required to support the population. They were also cut off from other foreign countries by legions, instags, landstangs, Instansfliege, jamming. Again, not sure if that's how I pronounce it correctly. Which meant that trading, diplomatic relationships, or even confirming whether any such country still existed was impossible. These people are screwed. These people are screwed. They're literally no different than a vast secluded island. They're literally... This is how I see it. They are literally just living off of whatever resources they can manage, while slowly losing their land, being chipped. They're being chipped apart bit by bit until they finally reach the motherland, their home. And now they don't even have real foods. They have synthetic foods to help eat. Does no one even begin to bat an eye and think like, yo, why are we eating like this? Why are we not really getting real progression on what's going on out there? Your land is dying. Your people are oblivious. And whoops, sorry about that. And you're just like Vietnam. Really? Damn. So basically, the legions, from what I can see it, the legions are America and Vietnam is Alba. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? Is that a good way to look at it? It's almost like they've already accepted that they lost. Either they have a plan or they've already pretty much accepted defeat and are just living with what they can until their time comes and they just ultimately get wiped out. Again, that's the mindset I'm going for. Lena took a sip of tea that was different from the tea she hazily remembered from the past and cut a piece of synthetic meat made from white proteins and created replicant natural meat's appearance of flavor. The only natural thing about her meal was the what? She added to her tea. Made from the raspberries they grew in the garden, but even this was a commodity not seen in the Republic's average household, which didn't even which didn't even have room for a flower pot, much less a garden, making it fairly valuable. Her mother smiled. Come on, the people can't be this stupid. You gotta realize your country is falling by now, bro. Like, let's look at this. Look at how you're living, and look at how life is gradually growing and growing more stale. You gotta be realizing that your country's dying. It's on the verge of death, if anything. Lena, isn't it about time you quit the army and find a groom from a good family? Well, you can, girl. Because you all about to go up in smoke. After this, I don't think there's going to be a groom available. Unless you don't mind an 86. I'm looking at you, Shin. That is a ship, right? I really hope that is a ship. Well, you guys don't have to confirm. I'll find out. Lena signed internally. This conversation was repeated word for word every day, same as the news broadcast. Pedigree, status, standing, lineage, superior bloodline, silk dress, which became adequated and obsolete the moment you stepped outside. This mansion, built in days when the Maliz household was still considered nobility, preserved. Okay, we go on to the next page. Preserved relics of a blessed era long gone, standing frozen in time, enveloping themselves in sweet dreams and refusing to look outside. So they're looking a blind eye. They're aware of they might actually be aware of their circumstances. Melis, thank you once again. So, question right now, before I continue reading, what do you guys think? Do you guys like this way of reading for light novels? Are you guys enjoying the stream? Once again, my quality will improve. I'll make sure the crackling noises is perfectly gone, assuming they haven't returned. And 1080 next time, you have my word. Another thing, I'm thinking whether I'm gonna continue reading 86 the next day too, or if I'm probably going to read something else. If it's something else, I don't mind. I feel like if anyone has any idea of what something else you guys want to read, whether it be 86, ReZero, Rascal. If you don't know what it means, I'll explain. Rascal. SAO, Slime, and Vivi. Either one of those 6. Yeah, it's great. This story very investing, like I'm reading history. Have you seen the anime Blazing Flame? Good question. Yeah, it does feel something more like in a historic setting. So it does feel interesting. The Legion and the 86 are hardly matters of the daughter of the great Melis household should concern herself with. I know your late father was a soldier, but the war is behind us now. How could the war be behind them if they were in the middle of the fighting, the legions even now? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I'd personally say keep reading 86 until you finish the volume. That way you can continue reading. You can continue the anime while reading a different light novel. Not yet. I will watch it eventually. But at the same time, I want to make sure like there's variety, you know what I mean? Cuz I'll do this. I could do like sometimes 86, sometimes this, so on and so forth. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna tackle like a bunch of light novels at once, but let's just say for now we go back and forth between 2 light novels. One of them can be 86. What's the other one? Do you prefer Vivi, Slime light novel, Rascal, SAO, or ReZero? Again, Ah, please don't make me lose my space. Okay, let's see. How could the war be behind them if they were in the middle of fighting the legions even now? The battlefield was just fat out of sight. Just fat and out of sight? And those who went to war never returned to speak of it. As far as the civilians were concerned, the war was nothing more than a collection of fictional events in a movie, with no sense of reality involvement in their part. Protecting the motherland is a Republic citizen's duty and pride, mother, and please don't call them 86. They're respectable citizens of the Republic, same as you and me. I respect you, Lena. I will admit, I respect you. Slime? You thinking slime? There is a Shield Hero light novel. I did get that. I didn't want to say anything because I was gonna wait, but I did get that. And again, don't worry. That was already part of the things I ordered before. I like I said, I'm done getting light novels for now, unless I need a new the next volume to read for whatever it is I'm reading. We'll be starting early tomorrow to get more time to read. This is what I was thinking. I'm thinking about making, so in regards to reading light novels, I'm thinking of streaming light novels early in the day, but it won't be long. I'm thinking like an hour a day, maybe an hour and 30 minutes. That way I have other things that I can work on and still get to the gaming, you know what I mean? So hopefully it's okay if I can do like an hour a day of reading, essentially an hour a day, maybe a little more depending on how things go in the read. But yeah, pretty much think every day except the weekend, every day an hour a day of reading. It helps improve my reading skills, even though my reading skills are poopy. You guys can say it. My skills are trash. But yeah, this helps. And as well, we get to go through more light novel reading. That sounds good. But yeah, Shield Hero is also on the way. Do you guys want me to do Shield Hero? I could do Shield Hero and what's the word I'm looking for? 86 back to back. Okay, let's continue. A wrinkle ran across her mother's thin, refined nose. Uh-oh. How can you consider them members of the Republic when they're staying with those filthy oh my gosh. Except Tuesdays, I'm guessing. You're always busy in the morning those days. Oh yeah, except Tuesdays. You are improving. I hope I am. Staying with those filthy colors. Honestly, even if you must feed livestock to have it do your bidding, what is the government thinking letting those animals set foot on Republic soil? Bruh. Yo. Oh. Guys, she called us animals. My hair isn't silver. She called us animals. Oh, she called us animals. We're livestock, guys. We're animals. Hey, is anyone a blonde or has white hair? If you don't, you're considered an 86. I'm considered an 86. What about you, Blazing Flame and Cody? And for those that see this in the archives, do you have blonde or silver hair? Because if you don't, you're an 86. We're animals. We're livestock. So should I start eating grass? And make a poll in the community tab on YouTube. You could be right on that, but I'll do that. I'll probably do that. The 86 who agreed to engage in combat were granted the restoration of civil rights for themselves and their families to protect them from severe prosecution and discrimination. Protect what? Protect what? What are you? They're still being discriminated. We're called fucking animals. My hair is black. Your hair is black. You're an 86, a blazing flame. But I'm one too. Proud 86. Can we say proud 86 in the chat? F them Albas. Except Lena. Lena seems like a sweetheart. Anyway, prosecuted discrimination of 85 sectors. Their whereabouts were kept confidential, but it's been 9 years since the beginning of the war. 9 years. Surely some of them had returned to live their own old homes by now. It was just reward they received for their dedication to the state. Sadly, those in power could not see the justification for such a award and merely shook their heads at the deplorable state of affairs. Ah, dreadful. It's only 10 years ago that they were loitering about liberté at illegality, or however you say it, as if they owned the place. And to think they may actually return? To what extent will our republic's freedom and equality have to be soiled before they are satisfied? Oh Lord. Excuse me. Excuse me. I didn't know I was soiling anyone's land. If anything is soiling the ideas of freedom and equality, mother, it would be the words you just spoke. I beg your pardon? He was like, the fuck you say? Girl, you better watch him out before you get a... Oh, sorry. He's probably saying something like, girl, you better watch him out before you get a spanking. I'm joking. Oh, I'm so weird. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm probably just gonna read a few more minutes and probably call it, because I still have yet to get Igalit. Thank you, Blazing Flame. I'm probably just gonna read a little bit more, and then I have to get to what am I thinking? I have to get to recording something else. Liberate. Sephiroth, the strongest Alba confirmed. Damn! Sephiroth would be considered an Alba. True. So he would be... Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure he's like the only Alba that's ever actually fought in war. He was probably one of the rare bred Albas from ancient times. Confirmed. 86 and Final Fantasy have a connection. And I'm gonna call it right now. Shin is the ancestor of Zack. Zack is Shin's descendant. That's how it is. That's just how it is. Light as in light. Oh. Egalite. Egalite? Thank you. And I'm just saying, if Shin actually is the ancestor of Zack, then that would make sense why Zack is so strong. Anyway. Let's fire. There we go. There we go. Seeing Mother's astonished expression, Lena did sigh this time. She didn't understand. She honestly, truly didn't understand. And it wasn't just her mother. Civilians throughout the Republic took pride in the five-hued flag and its value: freedom, equality, brotherhood, justice, nobility. Yeah, fuck all that. Have you heard the Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X connection theory? What is that? No, I've never heard of it. They believe they have learned from history and loathed tyranny, resented exploitation, scorned discrimination, and avoided murder and atrocities, seeing these as the devil's deeds. But they simply did not understand the Republic was committing those very same atrocities right now. And if they were to attempt to point that out, they would merely look at you with pity and ask, "Can't you tell pigs apart from people?" Lena bit her lip. Words truly were convenient. They could gloss over the truth so easily. All it took was a simple rewrite of a name tag, and you could reduce a human to a pig. Her mother looked at her with a troubled expression, but eventually smiled and as if she'd come to a realization. Your father took pity on the livestock, and now you're taking after him? Is that it? Not pity. No. It's not that's not. I'll send the details on the Discord later. Did you play Final Fantasy X? I don't think I did. I've only ever played the OG Final Fantasy games, like from 7. Lena did deeply respect her father, who'd greatly object to the 86 interment until the very end, but she didn't quite intend to follow in his footsteps. But because she could still remember that silhouette of quadrupled spider, the crest of a headless skeletal knight etched upon in its armor, the extended hand that had saved her from disaster, those shades of brilliant red and jet black he'd borne since birth. Huh. We are Republic citizens. We were born in this country and raised in this country. And that's why. Her mother's preposterous voice pulled Lena out of her memories. But you should know, Lena. You should know to treat livestock as livestock. You simply cannot get those barbarian 86 to understand human ideals and nobility. It only makes sense that we can confine them to their cages and manage their lives. I like how she truly believes in that nonsense. Sheesh. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's like at least an hour and 30 minutes of reading. I think I'm gonna call it here for tonight. But hopefully you did enjoy the read, guys. And once again, please give me your complete and honest opinion so far. I know the first stream was very horrible and badly managed. Let me know if this stream was more to your liking. And let me ask you, did you read along with me? Did you read along ahead? Like, did you read with me throughout the pages? Let me know if you did or not. And let me know if you would like to see more of these light novel read-alongs. I don't consider them reactions. I consider them read-alongs or storytelling. Not sure which title you prefer the most. But yeah, it's basically me reading, and it's up to you whether you want to read with me or just listen with me. Let's see. You know, for a civilization that hates colors, why do they have 5 different colors on their flag? Isn't that the truth, though? They value one color, but there's more than one on a flag. Cody, you should delete the post about that related Final Fantasy X. Could be. Because again, I don't think I really played Final Fantasy X, and maybe, who knows, I might play it as a stream. Excuse me. It would be spoiler for Annie. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. If that's the case, yeah. Just in case, Cody, do spoil it, because you never know, I might actually play Final Fantasy X as a stream. But oh man, that was actually fun. That's probably the most I've ever read in a long time. Just a fan theory. Doesn't really spoil the plot. Oh, it's just a theory. It's not real. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream right here. And yeah, more reading, more reading tomorrow. As I bookmark my page so I don't lose it. Right, there we go. Bookmarked our page. There it is. Some good reading. Honestly, some really good reading. But yeah, I won't go into it if you plan to play it. All right, cool, cool, cool. Good, good. Yeah, I'm also more likely will play it. Well, for sure, for sure. What page did you get to? I finished this page, the one on the side. I am on. Let me go. I'm on page 23. So I've read. Jesus Christ! I read 23 pages in one stream. That doesn't feel like a lot. That really, really doesn't feel like a lot. But hey, I do my best over time. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy the beautiful art. I really do like the art in this. I really do like the art in all this. War without a war without casualties. There really is more than there's 5 colors. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hypocrisy in this. But yeah, but I can see this is probably why they only value this color, because of how prominent it is here. I think there's nearly 300 pages in this volume, so yeah, we'll probably take a bit. Did you enjoy the light novel? I did enjoy it. It was actually, honestly, it was actually better than what I expected. I was going into the light novel reading not really realizing what I was getting myself into. I wasn't sure if this was something for me. I wasn't sure if this is something I wanted to do. But I actually enjoyed myself. Honestly, I could see myself doing more light novel read-alongs. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind joining in on this read-along, if you enjoy this format or this way of doing it. Also, my way of reading. I was thinking of one of 2 ways. Basically how I read to you now. Or I was also thinking like an ASMR-ish way of reading, but I'm not sure if that come off as too cringy for me. So I'm not sure if that's something you guys would like. ASMR-ish. Or, because I don't want to put you to sleep. Or just reading it as I have been. As myself. And again, I do see myself reading more light novels in the future, for sure. No Game, No Life is the one I definitely wanted to read for sure, as well as Ghost Sick. It's a nice, calming stream. I like it. Not too complicated, right? Not too complicated. Just fun, interactive. We talk. We have our theories. We have our opinions. And would you say this is something like you would definitely want to see more of in the future, like more light novel readings? I will say this though, because of this, I might actually get a chance to read some Gundam light novels, assuming they have. I think there are like 1 or 2 Gundam light novels. I'm not sure, so I probably read those. And yes, for my birthday, I actually will get the Railgun light novels. I will get those on my birthday. The whole set. It is a little pricey, but I don't mind it. There are noises in the background in this room. Sound. Yeah, I'll keep watching as long as you do them. There is noise in the background, you said? Oh, sorry. You said there was noise in the background. Do you still hear it now? The noise in the background? You mean Index? Is it Index? Is the Railgun? Yes, Index. Is Index and Railgun their own separate light novels, or are they one joint thing? But no worries. Yes, I meant Index. I meant that one, the pricey one. That's gonna be on my birthday. I'm definitely going to be reading it for sure to all of you guys. It's gonna be a hardcover copy, so it's gonna be very high quality, very nice finish material. And again, before I go off, I like this book cover. I mean this bookmarker. I'm stupid. But yeah, the cover is beautiful too. The cover is beautiful. Oh, and there's Aichi right there. 2 more books. 3 more are coming tomorrow. But I just want to show off this. That's a beautiful art. That's probably the best art cover I've seen. Sorry, it's not focused right now. Okay. That one. This one is probably like a really smooth finish. Soft, squishy, and super powered. Let's see, sorry about that. Index has a light novel while Railgun and Accelerator just have mangas. Index and Railgun, they are connected. I guess I could just read the mangas for them, or just... No, I'll just continue the anime. But yeah. Really am collecting the light novel quite a bit. And again, like I said, I don't regret them. If I can get some good storytelling out of them, some good stories, then I honestly don't mind. To me, they're a treat. So yeah. I'll just leave that off to there. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream. There'll be another stream early on in the day, but once again, it'll only be an hour a day. That way I have time for other things I want to get to. Keep watching. Also, did you get to those manga reactions today? No, I did not. That's why I need to stop this and get to that real quick, so I can do the manga reaction. Just warning you, now cover of volume 3 of Slime is Millium in not great. God damn it. It's fine. It's not something. Also, did you get to those manga reactions today? Oh no, yeah, like I said, like I haven't yet, but I'm about to get to those right now. I'm about to get to some for Unordinary. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to Vigilante. If I don't get to Vigilante tonight, I'll get to Vigilante tomorrow, but I will get out Unordinary tonight. Okay? I will do that. But other than that, I gotta end the stream right here though, guys. Thank you for joining. Let me know your opinions on the light novel read along, and if it's something you enjoy and it's something you want to see more often on the channel, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do more for you guys. But anyway, other than that, that's it. Peace. I'm out. Trying to think of an outro, but I can't think of